Hello and welcome to my first ever official live stream. This is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. We completed the main campaign, and we're just doing the Lost Tales of Greece. Right before we do the Fate of Atlantis DLC, which I'm so excited for. But might as well do this first. So here we go. Here's our first one right down here. See what's up.
I'm here to see Socrates.
Cassandra!
Socrates.
You know who
Gotta
I
love him.
am?
Of course I do. Socrates never stops talking about you.
And you are?
I love how he just
His
pops
wife,
up
of course.
in the middle of a
And
random
Xantippe.
quest just to like drop knowledge. Oh. Yee. Missed that one. Yeah, might as well.
Socrates never told me he had a wife.
Typical. The only time he's quiet is when he's eating. Yet he can't find time to mention me.
So where is Socrates? I got a note that said to meet him here.
That's what I'd like to know.
Poor
He went to another
Xantippe.
symposium last night, and he didn't come home after.
Sounds like a good place to start looking.
I was just about to head there
Man,
myself.
Where are symposiums
Come.
today?
Keep me
They're
company.
probably TED Talks,
How
right?
long have you and Socrates been married?
It's
Okay,
been quite some time now.
What is it about him that you love so much?
Love is not a word I'd use. He frustrates me to no end.
Good old married couples.
That doesn't surprise me.
Even
only a
so,
matter of time
it's
before it gets
worth
to
the
that point.
frustration. His mind is like no other. Not to mention, he's quite a good man.
That is not something I wanted to picture. It must be why Alcibiades seems so infatuated with him.
Don't mention that name around me. Always coming by drunk, sending Socrates gifts like giant cakes.
I didn't know.
It's fine.
Keeping his voluptuous shape. Hell, Socrates was fit and like every other Adonis in this game. Man, he would be the Rock. Just in Greece's time.
Xantippe! Xantippe, over here!
And these things are awesome. I miss ancient Greek names.
Xantippe!
What
Xantippe.
is it?
Socrates! They took him away. They said he was under arrest.
For
Of
what?
course he is.
I have no idea. We were just talking after the symposium.
Seriously,
I'd
like
say
20%
go ask him
of this
yourself,
game
but
is
he'll be
saving
gone.
Socrates'
They
ass.
took him southeast of here.
He's always getting into trouble.
Fool! I knew this would happen to him one day.
I'll find him. Don't worry.
This is his doing. It's
Pretty
best to
poetic
let
that
these
our
things
first quest
run
would
their
be to save his
course.
ass.
Can't believe Socrates was
Okay.
arrested.
Oh, nice.
I need to find out what happened.
Gotta go a bit of a distance. So, let's get my unicorn up in here. So glad to put this in the game. Such a small thing. Riding a unicorn around is really fun. She's kind of okay. Since we're close.
I should be careful. High security here.
Oh, we gotta sneak in. Looks alright. Oh, never mind. Spoke too soon. Oops. Normal one would have been fine. Okay. Looks easy enough. So yeah, super excited for Atlantis. I'm surprised that I got like more than I have around 6 Lost Tales to complete, which is surprising because I thought I'd already done like 3 or more. Dang, can't tell them to do this. It's gonna be a fight. Boom. Should've done the other one, it's quicker. And there we go. Anybody coming? Oh, good. Wait, is that a statue or is it just legs? What's going on here? Okay, it is a statue. Oh, let's save Socrates. See what he has to say. Some more philosophy for our minds. Reminds me of my friend who's just become a Buddhist. Get a lot of daily philosophy. It's good stuff, though. Interesting.
Cassandra, what are you doing here?
I could ask you the same.
Well, here I am. Though I'm more curious about how you are here.
Just chilling.
Gods let you in?
Yeah, I killed him.
We've known each other a long time now.
You should know.
You know how I got in here.
You've taught me that the blade can sometimes be necessary. But I don't think this was one of those times.
I was worried
Then
about
zoom
you.
on his
Your
face.
care is appreciated, but if you had waited only a bit longer, I'm sure my trial would have taken place and I'd be free.
You're not going to trial. We're getting you out of here.
I understand your concern, but what good would escaping do other than prove I'm guilty? No. In fact, I'm looking forward to this trial.
Who's excited for a trial? Exactly.
You would go to trial just to prove you can convince them of your innocence?
Exactly. You have your ways to find excitement, and I have mine.
What were you arrested for?
I haven't the slightest idea.
And that doesn't bother you?
Sometimes understanding does not come at the moment we would like. More importantly, this is giving me the necessary time to think.
About?
I went to see the Pythia, and she told me there is none wiser than me. An intriguing thought, and one I've been unable to stop thinking about.
Socrates. The
of anything.
Pythia is...
It matters
worthy
not
goal.
what you believe she is or she isn't. I must examine not only her words, but my own self as well. I know nothing, so how could I be called wise?
What does that have to
You
do
know
with
nothing,
being
Jon
locked
Snow.
up?
I believe my time here
Especially in
and
the
this
end.
trial may help me find the answer. I will be fine. Trust me.
Man, Socrates is one of the best side characters in the history of this franchise.
I've known you for a while now.
That's true.
And you'd call us friends?
I would.
And friends share important things with one another. Is that so?
It is.
Then how did I not know you were married?
What about your
I,
wife?
From what you just said, that means
Just to think of the
either
Spy
we're not
on Netflix.
friends,
I have to
or
check it
that
out.
friends don't share with one another. So, which is it?
I've wondered how much of our conversation you've taken to heart. And now, I have my answer.
Were you doing anything when you got arrested?
If speaking my mind is worth imprisonment, then I suppose I was.
Man,
In the
that's the
future,
price,
you
right?
may want to be more careful.
To be
You
free
risk
to say what you
life
want.
and limb every time you draw your blade. Just because it's my tongue that is sharp, doesn't mean I'm not prepared
At
to
the
face
cost
the
of-
consequences of using it.
Possible prosecution. Pretty crazy that like 40% of the planet still has to deal with that problem.
Since you won't leave
Free
with me,
speech is no joke.
I'll go see the Pythia myself.
That's not necessary.
To have it
I'll
as a
find out
gift.
why she told you that.
privilege.
I won't let you go to trial, even
Only
if you
for
think you'll
select
be
few.
found innocent.
In the grand scheme of things.
Cassandra, you...
I'll come back when I have what I need.
Oh, time to get that evidence. That he does not want. Dang. Yeah, usually these go about for like an hour. We'll do 2 if it goes by quick. Considering I have 6, I'll have to do a few of these before I get to Atlantis. The dream, baby. Oh,
I don't
Okay.
want to be spotted here.
yep, got started. Time to run. Talk to the priest. The walkable distance? Nope. Cheese it. Ain't got time to waste in a game this big. Thank God for fast travel. I wonder how a game would be received if it was this big and this long to get anywhere, but no fast travel. And that was part of the immersion. Oh, interesting thought. Socrates just inspired me. Charioteer of Delphi. Respect. Man, handling one horse is hard enough. Imagine having 4. Going at full speed, carrying a chariot. Man. Horses are the best.
Oh no, not you.
You
Oh,
remember
crap.
me?
I don't remember the
Just
priest.
go. I'm too old for this.
It's fighting time. Oh, never mind. He's letting us in. Oh, nope. Boom. Fire. Nice. Look at that side damage. Apologies for not in chat. I will next time. I thought I would have 2 monitors, but I don't. So until I do, it's gonna be a problem. But we'll figure it out for next week. Alright then. Okay, there's just a trap. So that's our evidence. Escape. It's not here. Epithea.
There might be a bit of blood when you go upstairs.
Hopefully it's not his second wife.
I'm here for a different reason.
After last time, they tortured me. I thought they were going to kill me, just like I told you. It hurt so badly. I begged for death.
I didn't mean
Man.
for that to happen.
Just hurry
Torture. It's
and
one
tell
of those
me what
things
you want.
never
There's
imagined.
something you need to know. The cult
You have to
is
stick a
dead.
butter knife
What
in
do you
between your
mean,
nails to
they're
even
dead?
know what it's
Just
like.
that. I've killed them all. There is
But-
nobody left to control
No
them.
one's gonna do
They
that.
have unmasked those who made the decisions, but the cult did not die with them. Their beliefs will live on.
Then I'll find and kill whoever follows them.
That is not a possible task.
Cassandra, just
Now, tell me what you want.
savage.
You told Socrates something.
Serial
I want
killer
to
of the
know why.
day. Justified or not.
Questioning why the Pythia speaks is a strange thing.
I know why you speak, and I know who controls your voice. Tell me why the cult had you tell Socrates he's the
Okay, I
wisest.
remember now.
The cult didn't tell me to say that. I did that on my own.
She's an oracle of sorts. I forgot the finger pointing. You're lying. Pretty aggressive.
The cult wouldn't allow you to do that.
Which is why I was very careful. I seek Socrates as an ally, but
Oof,
simply
good old
asking him to
trickery.
help wouldn't have worked.
An ally for what?
Play to the
I
ego.
know much
Get
of
whatever you want.
Socrates. Not only has he visited me often, but his students do as well.
Get to the point.
You know the gods don't speak through me. I feel Socrates is the one who can convince others of this. If he succeeds, the cult will have no more need for me.
So you're hoping he comes to the conclusion that the gods don't exist?
It matters not if Socrates believes they exist. He needs simply to doubt that the gods speak through me.
Whoa. Man, belief in gods back in those days was extremely strong. Hell, it was strong just like 30 years ago. It's crazy how times have changed.
If you just told him your words aren't from the gods, wouldn't that serve the same purpose? And much quicker?
Socrates is not the type to desire the answer so easily. He'll have more drive when he
Apologies
finds the
for
answer on his
yawning.
own.
Pretty tired, I guess.
I understand why you think Socrates can help, but why tell him he's the wisest?
He'll delve into what it means to be wisest. It's my hope he'll conclude he's not, and therefore doubt the words of the
So I
gods.
guess he's a believer for now. And the Greek gods are amazing, like Athena, Zeus, and all that. Amazing lore that created like God of War and countless books. And the Odyssey, which is the backbone of every story ever made. Hero's journey.
This is getting complicated.
Whatever you do, you can't tell Socrates.
I understand. He has to come to the answer on his own.
Time to sleep.
Exactly. Although, if you truly wish to help Socrates, a student of his came by not long before you. He seemed distraught.
Distraught.
He was clutching a book tightly to his chest and kept looking over his shoulder. He told me he
How
was
am I this
going into a
tired?
tomb nearby until things were safe.
Ooh,
Thank
tomb
you.
time, baby.
I'll find him.
Nothing better in these games than a good old tomb. Except when you do like 3 in a row and you realize they're pretty much all the same.
Please, don't come back here again.
Tomb of First Bethia. The Thirth. It's all about the Thirth. Okay, the tomb is in focus. Where's my focus? Oh yeah, it's an island. Okay, it is here. Grand Mount, Parnassus. Okay, we're here. Western half. Dang, I hate when it's like Eastern and Western. Oh, there it is. It's like we've already done it. Do it once more. Not sure if my horse has a name. Okay, I'll come up with a good one. Finish this quest. Yeah, I'm worried I'm gonna say Greek word the NPC says, and it's gonna be something real bad. You got us, baby.
This is it. Let's go.
Man, I wonder how good the plays were back in the day, in Greece times. Also drama, of course, but man. The OGs. Dying art form today, but back then, it was everything.
Let's go.
Sorry for sharing my...
What was that?
I don't think I have to kill him. I could just go, eesh, I gotta destroy those pots though, I think. Yeah. Oh, you got him. It's torch time.
This tomb is bigger than I thought.
That's
He
just
has
like
to be
snake.
around here somewhere.
Oh, another snake. Man. Snake killer. Oh, that's a big one. Look at him. Python. Oh, what's that? Okay, that's the sheath. No, it's a slate. It's a Sheikah slate or whatever. Okay, so we've done that before. We just gotta go deep into it. Wait, here you have a door you can't even get into. Can you? Okay. Where else then? Oh, right here. Of course. I've done this before. Weird. So where the hell is he? It's pretty crazy how like they removed the run button from these new Assassin's Creed games because you're constantly running. It feels like you never are. But if you were to look at the speed itself, it doesn't even compare. Yeah, it can be here for sure because we checked the whole room. Let's get some treasure out of it.
Just leave me alone.
Oh, there it is.
Go away.
You don't need to be scared now. I'm not with them.
That doesn't mean you won't kill me. You just want this for yourself.
I'm a friend of Socrates.
You are?
The icons everywhere.
Prove it.
Man, how do you prove that? Okay. Sure.
I've never met someone as smart as Socrates. I always think about our conversations long after they finished.
You know him all right. I'm sorry for doubting you.
Why were those men after you?
For some reason, they wanted these writings of Socrates's. Well, I wrote them, but it's all his words.
That seems like a strange thing to want.
One of them had a big mouth. He mentioned something about the priest at the sanctuary of Athena Pronea. He said this was the final thing they needed to get rid of Socrates.
Of course.
I've always been curious. What does Socrates teach you?
So much. Follow him around for an entire day and you won't be able to sleep. Your mind will be so aflutter with thoughts.
I'm not sure I'd last a whole day with him.
Nothing better in life than open-mindedness.
What drew you to Socrates?
I've
To me, it's
never
what
met a
defines
man
a
like him, and I
good
don't
person.
think I ever will again.
The ability to
Every
change.
day with him is one
knowing we're
worth
all-
waking up for.
Very important.
I'll take care of the priests.
Thank you. And
Because at the end of the day, man, we all know nothing.
please, give this to Socrates. It hurts me to say this after all I've learned from him, but I have a family. I can't risk being caught up in whatever this is.
So you're going to stop being his student?
It feels I have no choice. Maybe one day that will change.
I'll be sure to give him the writings.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Make
if I had to
sure
choose
he
between my
stays
family
safe.
or Socrates,
The world will be a worse place without him in it.
depends on the family.
That student gave me an idea. Xantippe said there was a symposium. Maybe I can convince the others who were there to help Socrates. I'm not sure why the priests want Socrates gone, but I need to take care of them.
Take care of them. Time to slit their throats. Okay, multiple quests. Let's see what's closest. Kill the priest and steal the evidence. Or is it an or and? Okay, we'll do this one in case. Just because if I can just convince the people and not have to resort to violence, I'd rather that be the case. Okay. Yeah, we can do it. It's unicorn time. Hey, girl. I would call her princess, but that's too easy. We'll come up with something. Maybe Peach. Nah, she don't look like a peach. And Daisy and a princess, let's get real. Poor Daisy, sick and fiddle to everybody. Wait, what? Where you at?
I need to talk to them.
There you go.
Come on.
Man,
Ella.
horse's name. Much different than a dog, because you want it to be elegant and powerful. But also fun. Persephone. No, that's too long. Too many syllables. I think it might be
Convince
Persephone in
them
this
to
game.
stand up
So.
for Socrates at the trial.
Okay, here we
Do
go.
not students take what they learn from their teachers? What then if the teacher is wrong? Does that not simply perpetuate these wrong teachings amongst future generations?
You
Good
assume
point.
the students aren't wise enough to understand the flaws of the teacher. Think of those who came before us. First Thales, then his student Anaximandros, and then Anaximenes. Without the teachings of those before him, it's safe to say
For sure.
Anaximenes would not
You learn
have
more
reached
from the
the
mistakes of your
conclusions he
elders
did.
than you do their
I don't think that's true at
actual
all. Oh,
advice.
perhaps this new phase can offer a different perspective.
new face. Let's ask this random woman. Okay. I wasn't listening. Harsh. Always. I don't like the always. Like, nobody surpassed Einstein, you know what I mean? Socrates is in that category.
The student gets to take all the knowledge of their teacher without needing to come up with answers themselves. If they're smart, they should surpass those they studied under.
An astute observation. The time saved by receiving the knowledge allows the student not only to expand on the ideas,
Why is that
but
guy
to come up
murmuring
with
in the
more of their
background?
own. But what if the student expands on ideas without first seeking the truth behind them?
Ooh. It's a tough one. Always learn from your elders, but then Can't come up with your own theories. Nah, learn from your elders. Even from their mistakes.
If a student asks questions before first learning from their teacher, they've not only failed their teacher,
I think we might just do this
Yes,
Lost Tale.
and more would do well
I
to
got
challenge
stand
what
up
they hear.
tonight.
Your appearance
Release.
betrays you, Mistios.
Should be fun. Apparently it's the
Clearly, you've
smallest
taken on
stand-up
a teacher of your
open
own.
mic in Montreal.
something like that,
Should be interesting.
is the reason I'm here.
It's exciting.
Socrates needs
Second
your
time in
help.
English.
Socrates?
Third time overall.
Ha!
We'll see how it
If
goes.
it's
I'll let you
another
know next
debate
time.
you want, it will be hard for us to decide who hates that man more. Why would we help him?
Oh, I think that was the murmuring guy. Ooh, threatened, huh?
It doesn't matter if he's your worst enemy. If they're willing to imprison someone like Socrates only for his words, what's to say they won't do the same to you?
Yeah, Cassandra's really
you
smart.
want us to help out of fear of being imprisoned ourselves?
I don't
She
care
slits
why
throats,
you help.
but
If I hadn't said his name, would you think it was right Socrates was locked up?
If it's as you say, and it was for his words, then no.
And aren't you afraid it could happen to you too?
Of course. If we can't speak our minds, what else are we to do?
it's great
If
as
you
this
believe
debate
that,
is still
then you
alive
should help.
today.
Fine,
Free
fine.
speech.
You've made your point, and you've made it well. Socrates deserves our help, but we don't give it lightly.
That makes it worth even more.
We'll be on our way then. We'll gather some others as well.
We made
Make
it.
sure our voices are
violence.
heard. Believe it or not,
My
we're pretty
computer's
good at
checking.
causing a scene.
If you're like
Oh yeah, it's
Socrates,
checking big time.
that's not hard to believe.
I'm sorry if you're hearing my computer chugging.
I've never seen someone convince them so easily
Hopefully it's not the
before.
case.
Is that so? I guess I should feel proud. I'm surprised to see a child here.
Is there an age at which
Whoa,
it
look
would
at those
suddenly
eyes.
be okay to debate with them? What
Scary.
then of the night before I turned that age? Should we be prevented from doing what we wish due to the world's view of us?
Dang it. I missed his main point. Is he talking about kids? Kids not having a voice? He looks too young though, he's like 13. Wish 13-year-old has like imparted some impactful knowledge. I can't take it back though, they're like right there.
I can't even have a normal conversation with a child.
Normal is no fun. Look around. Everyone here wants the same thing.
Headaches?
Debate!
You're the first kid I've met who'd rather debate than play.
Don't tell the others, but I'm envious that you're a student of Socrates. I hope one day to be as well.
You're on the right path.
Yeah,
What's your
we could
name?
all be students of Socrates.
Aristocles. Although
Dude,
I've never
Aristocles?
liked that name much.
It does sound like countless others I've heard around Athens. Why not choose another?
I can do that? Huh. My brother always had a problem saying
Oh my
my
God.
name, so he called me Plato instead. Perhaps I'll use that.
I like it.
Whoa,
Thank you.
Thank God I didn't take it back.
Well, I better hurry after
Actually, no,
the
I should
others.
have taken it back.
Here.
Man, Plato. In a Lost Tale of Greece, he wasn't even in the main game. Man, that's beautiful. Sneaky way to like put him in. Like this patching culture, you know what I mean? You can't complain. Like, you know, back in the day, games came out complete, but you can't deny these Lost Tales. You can't deny the additional free content a lot of games offer. Paid DLC is also beautiful. You know, like this is all built to Atlantis. Like, I never thought I would go to Atlantis in an Assassin's Creed game, because it's mostly based on realism. But these DLCs, Origins DLCs, were also incredible with the, I forget the name, but the first Pharaohs, where you would have these boss fights in these amazing ethereal plains, symbolizing death, and, you know, godly deserts and whatnot. It's incredible. You kill these, like, hardcore mummies. Some of the toughest fights in the entire franchise. And now in this one, Legacy of the First Blade.
Sounds
To
racing.
be honest, I pretty much forgot most of it. I finished it back in the day, like a few months back. If not a year back. But Atlantis, no, that's a big deal. Always been passionate about it. I grew up with Atlantis, the...
They won't ask any questions.
The Disney film.
Let's keep out
Is it
of
The
sight.
Lost Kingdom? But it's beautiful 2D animation. Not a great film, can admit that. But some of that magic, which showed like Atlantis' sciences and culture and whatnot, it's really inspiring, even back as a child. Wait, where am I diving in? Okay. So, what am I doing here? Dude, we gotta find that Enigmata Oshraka. Yeah, I think I found literally all of them that I've gotten, and most of them aren't worth your time. Okay, that's still that evidence. We gotta kill some priests. Man, this dark quest. Okay, it's priest killing time. Got 3 of them. Sorry guys, your god's not real. Oh, 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 oh. That's bad. That's bad.
If they don't choose to kill him right then and there, it will at least discredit him for good.
Okay. I'm gonna have to kill this guy. Sorry, buddy. Ah, dude.
Those priests must be the ones who hired
Oh, quick. Got him. Okay, this guy's coming around. Okay, there's one priest. Easy enough. Let's do it. Stab. Stab. Stibbity stab.
Now that all the priests are dead, they won't be able to testify against Socrates. I should
Oh, this is
return to
kind of a
Socrates
brutal
before
quest.
the trial starts.
So much fun, Delphi. Statue. Cool, this one's pretty doable without looking it up online, which is what I usually did. Should we finish the locations objectives? Nah. Got enough XP as is. Let's get to the meat. Let's save Socrates and get the hell out of here. Oh, can't fast travel. Okay, should be fine now. This should be an easy trial. We convinced the students and we killed the priests, so I don't see any issues. Might have to have a dialogue choice where we have to save his ass, but man, imagine if you can kill Socrates or lock him up. Be a bold choice for the game. We'll see. That's the kind of thing, right? Since Origins was heavily inspired by Witcher 3. Witcher 3's main claim to fame and why it's probably my second favorite game of all time after Persona 5 is those decisions. Like, it's not that it's combat, and yeah, it's world and its characters and how you make these decisions that stick with you. You remember them because they're so powerful. It's not black and white. It's not good and evil. True moral decisions. We made it, guys. Sometimes I would remember like staring at these decisions for like minutes at a time, debating in my own head which one to choose. And hopefully Assassin's Creed can reach that point. That's the thing with a historical... Yeah, that's bad. I think I'm gonna have to fight. I can escape and come back. Might as well. Come over, Chestnut. Man, that's a beautiful horse. It's got like beauty marks all over the place. Man. Yeah, it's one of my like small dreams is to own a horse. There's something beautiful about it, like a connection with such a powerful animal that could just kill you at any instant. But you know, it doesn't. It's amazing. Cats are too small, you know what I mean? Like at best they could smother a baby. But other than that, maybe they could slash your throat while you're sleeping. But nothing to kill you, you know? And like, if we're being real, if a cat did have that power, some of them would, you know what I mean? I have 2 cats right now which aren't here, we'll see them later. But one of them can kill me. I love them, they love me, but that's how it goes. Okay, here we go.
Socrates,
Let's finish
you're
this.
here.
I am.
What
Yeah, I think we'll
happened?
just do this
The
quest for
trial
today.
couldn't have taken place that quickly.
Had I been given the chance to defend myself, it would have been quick.
What? We
indeed,
don't get to
but
do the trial?
Unfortunately for me, I was let free before I could.
That's good news.
I hope we didn't have to
those who had
not kill
charges
these
to
priests.
bring
'Cause
against me were found dead, and evidence they claimed to have went missing.
It sounds like
no,
someone
I
was
had
looking
to
out for you.
actually.
There were also
Open this
some
quest.
people protesting my arrest, I was told. I have to ask, did you
Ooh,
have
do I take
something to do with this?
I mean, I put into work. I put in, what, 25 minutes of work right there? To save you, so. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I can't sing the rest. I'll get copyrighted.
Do you really need to ask?
No, but you still deserve the chance to answer.
Did you have time to find an answer for the Pythia's words?
I thought it would have taken much longer than it did, but the moment I stopped thinking about it, it came to me like a flash of Zeus's lightning.
Zeus's lightning. Wow, the answer is optional. I love optional dialogue. I'll always do it all. But I really wonder if those people that just go like main quests, just get it done, you know what I mean? Power through. I'm missing out on a lot.
So, do you
Especially with
agree
these
with
kind of
Pythia
questions.
or not?
The gods cannot lie. Yet, I know that I know nothing. I had to understand
Gods cannot
what
lie.
it meant for one who knows nothing to be called wise. I realized that though the Pythia said my name, she did not mean me.
Who did
That's
she
a
mean
weird
then?
conclusion.
That is not an answer I'd yet like to voice. It's one that people may not want to hear, and I must think on how I wish to share my new beliefs with Athens.
Whatever it is, be careful. I don't want to find you've been
Man,
arrested
that's a
again.
perfect example of left brain, right brain. Like if he were more emotional, like say me or anybody that is, he would just have an answer right away, or at least he would come up with it. Because that's how you feel, you know? But he knows this requires more thought. It's not the kind of thing you can just spurt out and have it make sense. Not really. Socrates, man. The best. Him and Leonardo da Vinci from Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, and what's the other one? Whatever. The bad one. Man, the two best side characters for sure.
We should get you home. I'm sure you'll be more comfortable there.
In
Yeah.
some ways, that will be true.
But you're
In
wild.
others, well, Xanthippe will decide that. Being free feels good, but
yes.
I
It's not
don't
over.
believe Xanthippe will be happy with
She
me.
has a good reason to be mad this time.
We argue often about how I need to be careful with what I say and what I said. This will only give her more cause to bring it up.
Doesn't sound
Oh my
very
god, I
fun.
almost killed Socrates
Oh, you
in 2
misunderstand.
seconds.
I love it.
Damn
You
crazy.
do?
People see Xanthippe and believe it is her beauty that drew me to her. But it is her argumentative spirit I lost for.
Nobody ever likes that about me.
Having my opinions and thoughts challenged helps
That's a
me
good
to
line.
refine them and to grow as a person.
Poor Cassandra.
And she likes these arguments?
I doubt it.
Only seen as
But
the
it is
B word,
in
'cause
those
she'd be
fiery
killing and,
moments
like,
that her spirit is strongest, like
partially
an
going
untamed
against
Don't call her a
the
horse to
traditional
my face.
norms of the
horse. I'm
time.
afraid your advice is a bit too late.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I might have a... This guy's gonna come to kill me right now. I just realized. This is real bad. Okay, here we go. I got it. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna take this guy's shield away. Is this one? Nope. I think it's this one. Yeah. Is it? Yeah, it is. And then...
Your time is up, Misios!
Cassandra's the savage of the land. By the way, Cassandra, man.
Wonder what that was.
Cassandra's like easily top
Things I
3
do
best main characters of the
sometimes happen
franchise.
wrong.
And again, optional.
Let's hurry back before anything else happens.
Forgot the name of the man, but oh crap! What have you done? Why did you bump into him? Oh, this is Socrates' fault. I blame you. The quick temper. Oh no, the quick tongue. Okay, it would have been funny if it was the quick temper, just because you rubbed against his shoulder. Just like, oh, gotta kill him. Raise my shoulder. Okay, at least we have a decent fight. After used all the automatic abilities. Okay, here we go. Did you just say fun? Maybe. Wait, oh no, he's gonna heal. Oh crap. Didn't know they could do that. At least I forgot. Sorry, hero. That ancient king body armor looks like Atlantean armor. I mean, from Aquaman. That's what I love about Atlantis, right? It's a fictional story, so everybody has their take. From Aquaman to Namor to Atlantis, the Disney film, to this. Can't wait to see what their take is. Ooh, look at that horse. Beautiful. He knows.
You came back. Finally. I'm ready to return to Athens. I've had enough of Phokis and his talk of the Pythia.
You will be happy to hear I have no need for her
We're gonna
words
get a
any
kiss.
longer.
It's a good bet.
Then something positive came out of this after all.
I just remembered. A student of yours has been taking notes of your teachings. He wanted you to have them.
That is a small paper of notes. It's just like keywords. Oh no.
What did you do that for?
Nobody asked him to write down my words.
Oh,
Even
come
so,
on, man.
why not keep it? Share it with others.
Because of a story I was told as a boy.
No stories, please. Enough of this.
All right, let's hear it.
The king of Egypt, Thamos, was visited by the god Thephtha.
Thamos, the king of Egypt? Who the hell is
offered
Thamos?
the invention of writing to the king and told
Okay.
him it was an elixir of memory and
Dude, I played the
wisdom.
entirety of Origins. I don't remember
Thamos
Thamos.
disagreed.
Thamos.
He believed the people would no longer use their memories, for they would simply read instead. These written words would not offer true wisdom, but only the appearance
Man,
of
that's
such.
a good point.
You
That's
don't
a
want
good
your
point.
own words written down, so others can't use them to pretend to be smart.
Dang.
Much like creatures in a
Interpretations.
painting, the words sit there unmoving. If you ask them a question, they will preserve a solemn silence. And no matter how many times you ask, they will only ever say the same thing. They cannot defend their message.
That's the part you like. The defense of your words.
All who speak should
Requires much
defend
study.
their words if questioned about them. That is why I choose to speak and not write. That is why any words of mine that last beyond my final breath will be those that people choose to remember. Those words will be true wisdom and not
Very
an
good
illusion.
point. Check your sources, baby. If Socrates is your source, should be alright.
What's your plan now?
After I return to Athens, there's much I need to consider.
You'll be careful, right?
If I have to choose between saying nothing and staying safe, or speaking up and risking my life, the choice is easy.
Man. But it's not that easy. It takes big old cojones to speak up and risk your life.
I should get going. I'm glad you're free.
As am I, although, if you allow me,
It's funny, without
there is
Cassandra,
something.
Socrates would have been
I
dead
doubt I
like
could
10
stop
times
you.
over.
We like to believe that action means progress, but it's control that's so truly desired. The more we do, the more control it seems we have, but
Control,
the less we
chemical
allow
control.
for others. If
Man.
we grip too tightly, we'll find we've
Let's play
crushed
Quantum Break first,
what
though.
it is
Haven't
we're
played it.
holding on to.
Meaning?
Meaning we must sometimes let life unfold without trying to influence the outcome.
I'll keep that in mind.
Go with the flow, baby.
I almost forgot. In your letter you said you had something to ask me. What was it?
You know, I completely forgot
Oh,
now.
he'll remember.
Take care, Cassandra.
Stay out of trouble, Socrates.
That's it, baby. The Helm of Impiety. Man, sweet work. Gotta look that one up. Impiety. It's an I, not an E. Oh crap. Hell no, we don't want that DLC. Get out of here. Get out of here. What have we done? Okay. Here we go. Boom. Toggle. Dang. Vicious looking. This one's more scary though. The Helmet of the Immortal. Gotta love it. And your armor? Oh yeah, that's right. So yeah, I think that'll be it. 45 minutes. I thought we would do 2. We did 1. That's fine. Still got 5 more, I believe, till next time. Promise there'll be chat. Everything will be better. So yeah, 4 more. And then it's all about that Atlantis, baby. Meet the contract. 65, we're at 67, so we're already leveled. We can just do it. But, you know, I like cleaning up first. So until next time, I was Alex Stories. Thanks for joining me. Amazing streams coming up. You got Outer Wilds, which is the one I'm most excited for. A game that is very spoiler-based. Like, the entire internet gaming sphere has this entire message of not spoiling this game. The Outer Wilds. It's pretty remarkable. So it's only a matter of time before they do, because you give an amount of time for leeway for people to finish it. And it's been a few months now, so by the end of the year, Game of the Year time, you bet you're behind. There's going to be a lot of spoilers on that game. We got Hat in Time Tuesday. Every Tuesday I'm going to play a Hat in Time. It has downloadable user-created levels. And it's my favorite platform. Like, to me, it's better than Mario Odyssey. I have to finish the DLC, though. So the first one will be spoiler heavy, because I am going to finish that DLC, which is, you know, top-tier stuff. But I actually recommend people to play that, so. And then it's going to be regular. Wednesdays is my grinding and movie talk show. We're going to be talking movies. I'm a huge cinephile, as you can see. So I see like at least 3 movies every week, every Tuesday. So we're going to talk about all of the movies I've seen in the past 2 weeks on my next one, while we grind on both Rocket League and Dauntless. And but it's mostly about the movies. And other than that, man, I got a few others. Steven Universe, the game. I got Observation that I can't wait to play. And hundreds of others. Like, literally hundreds. So join me 5 times a week. Every 5th stream will be a charity stream. Every time, without fail. So join me for that as well. I'll see you soon. Love you guys. Oh crap.